What's up, you guys? My name is Laureen and this is Alternative Explanations. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite top 5 Harry Potter conspiracy theories. And let's get started. The first conspiracy theory I want to talk about is Ron Weasley is actually Dumbledore's younger self. So this one takes a little bit to explain, so bear with me. The theory is that Dumbledore comes back in time to help Ron and his friends help defeat Voldemort. So there's a couple different reasons why this theory sticks. The first one being that Ron has broken his leg. We read that in The Prisoner of Azkaban when Sirius pulls him underneath the tree. But there's also a line from the first book when Dumbledore is dropping off Harry at the Dursleys' doorstep, where he mentions that he has a scar on his knee that is kind of like a map of London that could lead you anywhere. So they believe that he got this scar when he was pulled underneath the tree by Sirius and when he broke his leg. Another theory that kind of supports this is both Dumbledore and Ron have talked about having a vomit-flavored Brity Bot, and Dumbledore refers it to having it in his youth, and that his youth would technically be Ron's age now, or it could be Ron's age. So that is another thing that supports the theory. And the last one, which I believe is one of the most convincing ones, is that Ron always talks about his detest for his maroon sweaters and how much he hates maroon. He gets socks and sweaters for every Christmas. Well, Dumbledore talks to Harry later on in the books and mentions how he wishes more people would knit him socks for Christmas versus giving him a book. And this is because he, in his old age, he only gets books. And this would go back to the theory that now his mother is dead, he's no longer receiving her handmade socks. So he misses his mother, and that's why he is talking about the socks to Harry. So that kind of supports the theory on that Dumbledore may possibly be a time-traveling Ron Weasley. So let's get on to the next theory. Okay, the second theory I want to talk about is the tale of the three brothers, but what characters they relate to in the book. Now, we know the oldest brother was seeking after power and immortality. The second brother was chasing after a long-lost love. The third brother was constantly chasing death, but then he welcomes it like an old friend. So the oldest brother would represent Voldemort and that power he was always seeking throughout all these books for all these many and many, many years. He was trying to seek all that power. The middle brother would represent Snape, and this would represent Snape because he was constantly chasing after his long-lost love, Lily Potter, and he was doing that by supporting Harry like unconditionally, despite he knew the risk of him getting killed over it. And the youngest brother would be Harry. Harry was constantly escaping death, but when he does die, he greets death like a long-lost friend. He welcomed his death because he knew he could then kill Voldemort. And death in this theory is actually Dumbledore. This works because when Harry goes to King's Crossing after he's dead, he meets up with Dumbledore, and the theory is that was his old friend. That's why he greeted it so well, because his long-lost friend was there. So that was the retelling of the three brothers using characters in the book, and this theory has actually been all but confirmed from J.K. Rowling. She says is her favorite fan theory, but also she confirmed that Dumbledore does represent death. Third theory, and this one I like as well, is Crookshanks actually used to be the Potter's cat, and specifically Lily's cat. Now, in a letter Harry read, Lily mentions that they had a cat and that Harry would chase her all the time, and he wondered what happened to that cat. Well, if we go back to when Hermione gets Crookshanks, she mentions that the shop owner said that he had been there a long while, that the cat had been there and nobody had taken him. So, the theory is that after the Potters died, something happened to Crookshanks that got him sent to the shopkeeper's place. But the reason why Crookshanks was always chasing after Petey Pettigrew was because she recognized him from when he would transform into Scabbers and visit the family in Godric's Hollow, and that's why she was always chasing after him. But she also saw him betray her owners and get them killed, and that's why she was very not friendly to Scabbers, and that's why she was always chasing him. So I really like that theory. Number 4 kind of plays off a previous fan theory most Harry Potter fans know, is that Harry's a Horcrux. It's not completely confirmed because I guess there's a bunch of steps you have to be a complete Horcrux, but this is the theory that the Dursleys were not always mean, and that they were mean because Harry was a Horcrux and dropped on their doorstep. So the theory is the reason why the Dursleys got so mean over time and like got so nasty to Harry as he got older was because he was a Horcrux, and we all know what Horcruxes do. They warp your personality, they make you very mean and bitter and just not a good person. So the theory is that by Harry getting dropped on their doorstep, it made them get more bitter and mean as time went on, and that's why they were supposedly happier when Harry wasn't there. So I like that theory as well. Last theory is that all the battles that the trio had gone through kind of gets retold in the final battle at Hogwarts. So the way this goes is the first trial they encounter is a big creature trying to swing something at them. It's very general. But if you remember in the first book, the famous line from the movie, "There's a troll in the dungeon." In the Hogwarts battle, there is a giant swinging around this like big mallet thing and is trying to smash apart Hermione and Ron and Harry. So the second thing they encounter is spiders, and we all remember the spiders from the Forbidden Forest when Ron and Harry are running late to Hogwarts and they crash their tree and all of that stuff happens. In the Hogwarts battle, the spiders come back and they're fighting for the bad side. The third one would have been werewolves, so we saw the Lupin versus Sirius battle in Prisoner of Azkaban. Sirius protected his godson and his friends by fighting off Lupin when he changed into a werewolf unexpectedly. Now the werewolf we see in the final battle is Fenrir Greyback, basically killing Lavender Brown, and Hermione shoots a spell at him, I forget which one it is, but and makes him run off. So that would have been their third battle that they're reenacting. And then the fourth one was Dementors. Dementors were a common theme, but the book that it would line up would be when Harry and Dudley get attacked by the Dementors when they're at that park. And that gets recarried over to the Hogwarts battle when the Dementors are trying to cross the bridge and they get shielded off. So the way this theory works is that J.K. Rowling wanted to show how much the trio had grown in all these years since their beginning story before all the bad stuff really started to happen. So she wanted to show how much they grow. The fact that they could beat these 4 big main battles that they had in these previous books at a matter of minutes at the final Hogwarts battle. Those are my top 5 favorite Harry Potter conspiracy theories. I'm going to leave all of the information for where I found these theories down below. Most of them are Tumblr posts. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like this type of content, you can always subscribe to my channel. And let me know down in the comments below if you have any favorite Harry Potter conspiracy theories and what those may be. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.